Oh yeah, we're live. Finally managed to get here.
Never give up, right?
Yeah.
Oh, 10 seconds in. Excellent.
How's it going, everyone?
Hello, world.
Oh, there he goes.
Yes.
That's good. We
Welcome
got
to Be in the Moment with tutorials with Sylvain and Rory. Yay. So, first things first, I will send this link
yeah.
to our friend. So, how's it going, Sylvain? How was your day?
Good. Yeah, it's going good. Yeah. It's
Mhm.
yeah, busy at work, but we make it work in the evening as well. So nice streaming. But no, it's good. Yeah, I've been doing great. There's a lot of craziness out there with the finance stuff, banks, and
Mhm.
whatever happened today with the Fed and their announcement. I'm sure I'm not in the US personally, but I'm
Mhm.
sure that it's gonna have some impact eventually on
And
our
what was
side
it?
as well.
What
What?
happened? I was at work. I have no
Oh,
idea.
they decided to hike the interest rate again.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 0.25 or whatever the case may be? Anyway, there was another to slow down the inflation on your side of the world. So I guess, but
Mm-hmm.
we've done like they've done. I say we, I guess, not quite we, but they hiked
The
the interest rate
Canadians.
in Canada as well earlier. Yeah, so I'm sure, but I mean, if there's any impact financially in the US, typically that ends up being in Canada. Like there's kind of a delay, but it's almost like predicting what's going to happen in a few months or weeks potentially. So yeah, and then things with banks and so on. So yeah, a lot of craziness, and we're seeing like in crypto in general and Bitcoin and everything else. There's a lot of people are kind of, I don't know, maybe more interest to it recently. I think I don't know. It seems like maybe people start to catch up to the fact that banks might have some issues, and they're exploring
Mhm.
either like being like real cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin in that sense, because typically we try to separate it per se, but some people associate it with. Um but yeah, I think there's like more interest to it, and we're seeing like the banks and so on having issues, and like we can almost
Like
say like
what?
it's a
I
lot of
saw
fake
Credit
fake money,
Suisse.
right? It's fake. They don't probably don't hold the money they're claiming to have, and now it's kind of coming to surface, I think. So
Well, it's just like It's a Wonderful Life.
yeah,
When
but
all the people run on the bank
yeah,
and
yeah,
they say, I
yeah,
want my money. And George
yeah,
Bailey
exactly.
says, your money's not here. Why, it's
Yeah,
in the Bailey Park construction and it's over there and blah, 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 you know?
and then
So,
yeah,
yeah, that's that lending out to do
and
something with it.
as a sign to that as well, like more interest in Bitcoin and blockchain in general, like that background appeared on my stream. So I don't know what happened, but it just
Yes,
what's about
exactly.
that
The
yellow
mysterious
and black half circle,
circle, half
yeah,
circle, right?
yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
So
Yes, so it is. It's a big time. Now, Sylvain, how do you feel like when you see things happening with the price of eggs or with the banks being bailed out? Uh, do you feel stress? Do you feel a sense of panic? Or do you feel relaxed? How do you feel about it?
yeah, I don't think I'm that stressed. I think I'm kind of concerned about it, and I think I don't know, like government's trying to downplay that and making everything sounds like it's all good, and but in fact it might not be. So it's not really stressed out or anything. But I think it's time to, and I think we're kind of ahead in that economy. Like we've looked at Bitcoin for the last few years. Some people have been in for like 10 plus years almost into this, right? So it's some people were even like on smaller projects even before Bitcoin became a thing, and so on. I think, and maybe like other groups have been talking about that, but obviously that's almost coming to surface now with Bitcoin and something that could replace it. So I don't think I'm stressed out, but it's definitely concerning, and I'm not sure if the government's guiding the right way. So it's kind of concerning that way as well. What about
Mm.
you?
Yeah, I am not panicking at all.
No.
So yeah, I think
Yeah,
yeah, just onwards, hold the course.
yeah,
As long as I can make choices in my personal development, have good habits,
yep,
and like Douglas Adams, in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy says, "Don't panic."
yep,
That's really my feeling about everything. But I have had good situations where I feel like, oh, this is great. Like, this is so convenient. Things worked out this way for me
yep,
personally. So maybe some of the news headlines are not as troublesome to me because of certain situations in my life. So I feel gratitude for that.
yeah, for sure.
But
Yeah,
at the same time, Bitcoin is capable of being used to spend. And that is
yeah,
what we're going to do tonight.
yeah,
We are making a tutorial here to celebrate the spring equinox. We got festive here. So Sylvain is festive for the ordinals, one sat ordinals,
yeah,
inscriptions
yeah,
on chains. And I am festive for the spring equinox. So we had the new year, the astrological new year. This was just yesterday. And it's a time of vision boarding and setting your intentions out for the new year. So it could be like uh, they say New Year's resolutions. Oh, I will do this, I will do that.
yeah, for
But
sure.
I think this is the third New Year's so far of the year. First, we had the Western New Year's, January 1st. Then we had Chinese New Year, the Lunar New Year. And now we have the Zodiacal New Year. And
Yeah,
so it's a great time to again make plans, set out a vision board. So I think even though there could be things that seem a bit full of uncertainty or a lack of control, still to not panic and go forward in faith, is what I'm doing. And also keeping an ear open to listen to everybody else.
mm,
But as I started to say, we are celebrating the Madam Tulips app, and we're going to receive a reading from a spiritual advisor who is earning Bitcoin.
yes,
So at 7:30, in just a few minutes, we will go into the HandCash app, enter the Metaverse, and we will connect with the reader, and we will see what happens. Sylvain, have you ever done any kind of tarot or fortune telling, palmistry before?
no, not really, not really. It's not something but I'm kind of looking forward to see and hear about that. See, it's always time to explore new things, so I'm always open minded to that.
Hmm.
Yeah, so looking forward to it, even though I don't know much about it, but that's fine. Yeah, well,
Do you think it's silly, or have you thought, you've seen it in a movie before? You
yeah,
think,
yeah.
oh, pish posh, or, what's your take on it in general?
No, I think it's the effect it has on you probably. Like if people might say, "Oh, okay, it doesn't work." Some people say it works. I think if it's kind of your spirituality of believing that works and you're having a great moment doing it and you feel relaxed or motivated after the fact, and I think that serves a good purpose to you. So that should be, I guess, good that way. Yeah.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
So, in my case, too, I think in motivational speaking and different affirmations, they're very powerful. Like,
Yep.
with the new year, with what you foresee, what you see and what you repeat, and then that is what you do. And then as you continue to do those things that you have in mind, then it's up, 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 and very positive impact. So yeah, I'm thrilled. And we have a special reader. So let's go through the app and have a look at the metaverse, shall we?
Definitely. Let's
Okay,
do
great.
that.
So let's see. I'll share my screen.
Yeah, so what Rory will do is try to connect with Brandon here, and then through the Madam Tulip app, and then that's where the payment, obviously would get processed through HandCash, and then he's going to be on the stream, and then yeah, so we might have some. Hopefully not. Touch on
We
wood.
have well prepared. We did
Yeah,
a good
exactly. We
run
did
through.
we did that run before, so hopefully
We
that works
tested
good.
everything out. Look, I topped up my wallet.
Yeah, there you
Okay,
go.
I'm ready to roll.
Yeah.
So, what we do first, if we want to explore the metaverse, is after we log into our HandCash app, we go to apps. Then here we can see many friends. We see Asset Layer, Duro Dogs, Haste Arcade, Pew Pew Pistol, and the Real World Podcasts, one of my
Yep.
favorites, as well as Relica. And here in the pink is Madam Tulip Live. So this is what we will choose. And the app is launching.
There we go. Is it coming on? It will eventually. So as we're doing that, you see a lot of possibilities there. So simply like download HandCash and you can explore it. It's probably much easier on your side to try it. You can get it Android, iPhone. You can jump into it whenever you can. So that's just kind of a quick explainer of what HandCash is, and then you can transfer quickly, and it's actually a lot of fun to use as well. So it's you can send just the pennies and so on. Are they still doing the Duros? I'm not sure.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
they're still doing that.
Euro
Yeah,
is a
so it's
kind of
even
form of
less. So
payment.
it's even fractions of that. So you can even send that. So you could probably send a few cents to like 100 something people, or I guess it's probably unlimited. I think I've got about 200 people on there, but there's probably people that have way more than that. So yeah.
Yes. So I needed to share the right tab.
Oh, there you go.
So I closed it and opened it again. And here
Okay,
we can
right on.
see, yay, Madam Tulip. So here we click on View Advisors
Yes.
and meet our spiritual advisors. Here we have, yes, Smooth DoubleB.
Oh, there you go.
Beautiful. Let's click on him and see it's activated. So we can call now. Other people that are available for readings would be 78 Ways. And also, we have, well, he's gone. There was another reader.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that was one of our friends.
So
And
yeah, so they would need to be connected at that specific moment, right? Otherwise, like you would need to kind of book in advance or contact them, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
So we are ready and we're on the hour. Let's call now and see what happens.
Yes.
And hopefully it'll stay in this window. Yes, it is. Okay, great. Low balance. Oh, I have. Okay, open wallet. Oh my God.
Yeah, you have more than that.
Yeah.
See, that's
But that's the thing is the app makes sure. So the spiritual advisor
yeah.
doesn't waste their time because the client will already have topped up their wallet with the appropriate amount. So let's see here. It's coming. There we go.
Oh,
Oh, this is it.
maybe you
Okay.
have the spend limit. Oh, yeah,
I
that's
have my
great. Yeah.
hand cash spending limit of a daily spend.
So
So what
just
should I put? I guess I'll put,
put
I'll do
50, I
that.
guess, or
Right.
we should be fine with that.
It's fine. I did the math.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
used the calculator.
Yeah. Wow, she's fast like a
Okay,
calculator.
now here we go again.
Yeah.
Come on, within the minute. Let's go. Fabulous. We're calling. So we did review the advisors, and Brandon is a multi talented reader,
Oh,
musician, and teacher.
promo code. I think you've got one,
So,
don't you?
oh, that's right. My promo code
Yeah.
is Rory Be in the Moment. And you can use this, anyone
Yeah.
watching, on the Madam Tulip app. Okay, let's call.
Oh, there he is.
Ah, I love the sound. Hello. Hello, Brandon. Hi. So let me bring you into the audio of StreamYard. So here we go. And we'll unmute your mic and add you to stream here. Hello? Can you hear us?
I can hear you on the Madam Tulip, but I don't know if you can hear me on the.
Good. I can hear you. Can you hear him, Sylvain?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Yeah,
hear you.
I can.
Oh, okay, sweet. Okay,
And you
perfect.
can hear Brandon?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Okay, great. So thank you, Brandon. We're so happy to meet you.
Oh yeah, you too, definitely.
Yes. So tell us, how can you give a reading to two people?
Usually, they go through the Madam Tulip app, and then they can either like look at my schedule, or I
Yeah.
sometimes if they contact me earlier, they can always like contact me, and then they can like book a session.
Hmm.
So
Thank
yeah.
you. Yes. And I love your beautiful the blazer.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
thank you, appreciate it.
Yes. So, Wes, we're happy to learn from you about spiritual advising. Nowadays people might feel a lot of anxiety or sense of panic, lack of control over the financial system, maybe the news that they hear. So, what can we do if we feel this way?
I would just say you can definitely like go within and kind of like meditate with your guides, and because your spiritual guides is always around you, so you can connect with them, and you can, if you like in a meditative space, you can just kind of sense them coming towards you, so they don't really they send you signs and different avenues like numerology or angel numbers, so you can have a sense of kind of them being around you. But once you tap in, you can really get receive downloads and kind
Mhm.
of have like that awareness of what to do next from your higher or inner self.
Yes. So, on an individual basis, we can
Yeah.
be in tune, maybe walk barefoot on the ground and think, oh, what do I feel is the truth?
Yeah, that like low silence is always helpful because it's kind of like you're blocking out like the mind's like monkey mind, and you can just like be and just let everything flow naturally to you as well.
Yay! Well, thank you. Well, Sylvain and I, we're interested in the numerology. Could you maybe give us a numerology reading or teach us something about it?
Oh yeah, I can kind of like mix it in with like some of the readings as well. I usually read like the people's like your energy first with like the first card, and then I kind of like bring it all together.
Oh, cool.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
yes, please. Go ahead. We are going with the flow.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
definitely. How's your days been going so far?
Good.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, I had a very unusual day. There were a lot of funny things that happened, but I felt through it all. Uh, take the lesson,
Mhm.
take the lesson from the experience and kind of laugh about it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Hmm. Yes.
The first card I got after I was shuffling was the Three of Swords. So here's the picture.
Yes.
So, kind of reading your energy, I feel like lately there's been kind of like a energy vampire kind of that's like maybe around you, or you have dealt with energy vampires before that kind of was trying to like steal your energy or steal your light from the world. So I feel like you're cutting ties with them, or like you're cutting your grass and like leaving behind no one who no longer serves you. So I feel like this is your confirmation that you're on the right track and kind of just finding different ways to block out negativity, I would say.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, let me get the next one. And when I usually shuffle, either like one kind of like pops out or kind of like I listen to my like intuition, and whenever they say like pull this card, I usually listen to it. Okay. This one is the Four of Wands. Here's how it looks.
Oh, beautiful.
And then this is kind of like meaning your confirmation of setting up boundaries and kind of whoever is lowering might be lowering your energy to like set boundaries with those people, even if it's like a family member or like a close friends, because we are who we hang around with, like the five most closest people to you. That's how you might act or interact because they know you best, and their influence can be portrayed on you as well. So you don't want to mix your energy with those type of tactics. So just being aware of what's around you and making sure that your energy is protected, I would say. And I feel like you're kind of like starting a business, or kind of you have like maybe have like this business idea, I feel like, and I feel like this is your confirmation to keep going and you're on the right path, and by doing this you would blossom into that new adventure that you might have.
Woo!
Yeah,
Hoo-ha!
definitely. It does feel like it, yeah, so that's yeah, I recognize myself, quite a bit in that second one there. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Next one. And in my head I usually be like, show me the cause that I need to see, like just telling spirit, show me the cause that they want me to show you all. Feed the hoping. That's how it kind of looks.
Ah,
So I feel like this is you're building like a trust and communication with one another, even if it's not like a relationship wise, but kind of like you know how they say like soulmates, or you can have multiple soulmates, and your soulmate could be like your best friend, or it could be like a dog or a cat, just like anyone who you can really relate to. So I feel like this is your like prosperous moment of just stepping into your power and stepping into your truth, and kind of letting everything attract itself to you. So I feel like that's what spirit kind of wants me to tell you as well.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes, talking about dogs, there is a Great Dane that I have such a connection with. I see
definitely.
this Great Dane, I say, hey, and it jumps up and we hug. And I love that dog. Yeah.
Oh yeah, animals
Hmm.
always fun to have around and everything.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Three, the Empress. And with the Empress and the Emperor, it doesn't really with Taylor, it doesn't really matter like the sex or gender or anything. It's like just the energy or the power behind it. So I feel like with the Empress or the Emperor, that's really you just stepping back into your power and um kind of letting things flow naturally to you. And then I feel like maybe like a water sign or sign might try to come back after you've been working on yourself and after you've been healing so long. But I feel like a water or sign might try to come back and just try to ripple some feathers with you or try to like rekindle things. But I feel like you should watch out for those type of people who try to come back only when you're up instead of like them being there when you was down or when you was working on yourself. So I would just be aware of anyone who has bad intentions, and you can use your intuition or listen to your heart and really just see people for who they are.
Thank you.
Yeah, def-
Thank you.
yeah, def-
I feel the whole process is very soothing. Even the shuffling of the cards, I feel very relaxed.
Oh
From
yeah, I usually
yeah.
try to make people feel comfortable and just feel natural. So,
Yes.
and the next one is the Eight of Cups. So as you can see, you see like the guy who's kind of like sitting on the mountaintop, looking over his life and kind of just seeing everything play out. So I feel like that might be you at the end of the process, after all the trials and tribulations, after everything you've been through. You kind of just sitting back and looking back and just realizing, wow, I came so far and I've overcame so much that I can really be proud of myself, and I can really just um, connect with myself and people who bring me joy in life, so I can just keep experiencing high vibrational vibes.
Mm, let it be. Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh
So,
yeah,
how do you feel, Sylvain?
Yeah, feel good. Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like I was saying early on, like I typically, don't get too much into this stuff, but it's certainly interesting and brings new perspectives, and sometimes like you find that it's like really almost like you have examples in life, like it's It's like, you recognize yourself in some of that stuff. Yeah. So, yeah,
Exactly.
I like
And
it.
it's good guidance we can all take, like the
Yeah.
reminder. Yeah, because I think if we get too bogged down in details, then you can get distracted. But when you think of the big picture and take this intuitive led game of chance message, with the intuition with the cards, can really touch you and be, they say, resonate with you. I find it's very helpful.
Yes, for sure.
Hmm.
Totally agree.
Yeah, and you can always like take whatever that resonates or kind of take whatever you that seems right in your life or like in your perspective, and you can kind of just see like how it all kind of plays out over time.
Hmm.
Yep.
Right. That too. So, and how did you get involved in this art?
Oh yeah, I know I started my spiritual journey like process back in 2019 when I kind of just after like waking up, I kind of like went in different like rabbit holes and learning about like the Matrix and how they all kind of like do all these different tactics on the earth and the planet and realizing where I came from and all that all the good knowledge. And then over time, I kind of wanted to branch out in different aspects. So I kind of started in 2020, I kind of started doing like music and different art and different kind of clothing and books and everything like that. So
Mm,
it's been pretty good so far.
wonderful. And so you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm trying to do like my businesses, like try to make them like full time, so I
Hmm.
won't have to like be a part of the matrix anymore.
Right. I understand. Well, that's good. And so today you're earning Bitcoin.
Yes.
Oh,
So how did you come about Bitcoin? I mean, eh, how did you find Madam Tulip app?
oh yeah, they actually reached out to me. They found me and they were interested in my spiritual teachings and they wanted me to join in as advisors, so I was kind of interested since I already was providing some people with consultations and everything like that. So it kind of just felt right to join in with them.
Wow. And you felt good about receiving Bitcoin as payment?
Oh yes, it's kind of like you should have not speaking for everyone, but I know like having different like investments or kind of like having different forms of currency is a good way to have. So you won't put
Hmm.
all your currency in like one form just in case like if the system collapse or like an
Yeah.
economical collapse and everything like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Diversification.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So do you think that upon receiving the transaction, would you save it or would you possibly try spending it in the metaverse?
Um, I I kind of I haven't spent it yet in the metaverse, but I just have it like saved for right now.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a savvy investor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, take your time and see. And I will say that with micropayments, you
Yeah.
could spend a couple of cents just to try it out and to play around with
Yeah.
games. I don't know, do you ever play video games?
Oh yeah, I usually play sometimes.
Yes. Okay, great. Yeah, we have the video games there too, I've seen.
So, so I have just a question. How would that compare to some of the other platforms or whatever else, like where you've been doing like the consulting? Like, how does this one app like does that make it easier to get payments? How do you find like what's your experience like if you compare like where you've been before to this one, for example?
Oh yeah, I kind of was doing like consultations on like my website or kind of like on the side. So usually either they reach out to me saying they would want to talk, or I also have like I'm on Fiverr and all these other platforms, but with Madam Tulip, that's kind of like the easiest way because they can easily just like press the call in button, or they can book a session with my calendar app. So
Mhm.
I feel like the transition of from the client to the spiritual advisor is way easier than these other platforms. So,
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
And what is Fiverr? Well, I mean, I know that's famous, but what is it? I don't
oh
know.
yeah, it's kind of like where you can like post your like gigs or like different like stuff that you do for people. You can like
Yeah.
post it there, and then they can
Mhm.
contact you and stuff.
Yeah, there's
Uh,
a lot of Fiverr and the social, on like marketing, social medias. Ask someone to
mhm,
make a video intro, teach you
mhm,
how to code. Yeah, it's a bunch of
mm.
different things. Yeah.
I remember it's $5, right? Wasn't it fivebucks.com or something like that?
Yeah, yeah, that was one on BSV. Yeah, I had my actual logo on there.
Uh,
My first and last name, the signature logo. I had it done on that $5. So yeah, it's kind of similar to that. So yeah,
oh,
obviously, probably with Fiverr you get a lot more exposure, like up to this point. But I think yeah, for Madam Tulip, then it'd be much easier for the actual payment part as it is,
mhm,
processed through. And if you end up doing like 16 minutes, I guess you'd be charged the right amount as opposed to you paid
mhm.
in advance or a credit card for like or PayPal for 20 minutes and then ended up breaking up. Then you got to reach out again, and probably so that's probably easier that way.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
And I think Fiverr kind of like takes like they'll cut too. So
Oh yeah, yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
good point. Right.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I guess they got to earn some
Yeah.
stuff too, but yeah, I'm not
Fees.
sure the
Back to the fee.
percentage. Yeah,
See, with the micropayments, we have minuscule fees that add up.
yeah,
Typically, yeah.
yeah, it's definitely good. Yeah.
Hmm.
How you can pay per like card, you can actually draw and explain and so on. I don't know, like it could be brought back to like super simple, like like a book. We were talking about that. It could end up being like, okay, you read a few pages, you just pay for the pages you've done so far. That's kind of the idea. But yeah.
Yes, and we have just a few minutes left. So, Brandon, do you have any parting uh, advice or spiritual advisement that you can share with us and the audience?
oh yeah, I would definitely say for right now, I know like the outside world is really not your real world. Like the real world is internally and what you think, because everything is just a perspective. So like if you view the world as being negative, then energy attracts. So and negativity will come back. Just like your thoughts. If you keep thinking about negative thoughts, then you're just gonna keep receiving negative energy coming back. So I would just say focus on your thoughts and kind of like focus on your own happiness, because the outside world is just collapsing and it's all like crumbling to pieces nowadays. So really just being joyful within yourself and kind of knowing yourself and being true to yourself, I would say that's the most important part of this spiritual journey, I would say.
Thank you. Yes, and I
Yeah.
think to maybe skeptics or something, they'd say, hey, that's not realistic. But it is on a personal level because no matter what is happening, still within, you can be centered. You can feel gratitude, and then that grows and that can raise your consciousness. So then you see more opportunities, then you take more opportunities, and then it's like you say, it multiplies, it compounds, um, and yet still be realistic too, like a realism, you know. um,
Yeah, it kind of seems like it's all like a mindset and kind of just
yes.
um kind of like realizing like will your will you put your energy towards, or what you consume kind of consumes you. So like just like food, if you keep
Mm,
consuming low vibrational foods, then you're just gonna feel low vibrational. So if it's all about like what you put in your senses and your system and your temples, your body too. So
thank you. Yes. And I know after work today, I felt like, oh my gosh, how can we do a live stream? And then I thought, hey, don't worry about it. Just enjoy the moment. And it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be perfect. You just enjoy the moment and see what happens.
Be in the
And now
moment.
I feel like I've had a massage, you know?
yeah.
Like I'm all relaxed. I just feel, it's very, um, it's, yeah, wonderful, a blessing. So thank you.
Oh yeah, of course, no
Hmm.
problem.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, and I was seeing if I could if I could have this recording so I can put it on my podcast if that was okay with
Thank
you.
you. Yes. And how can
Sure.
people follow your podcast?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's called Chilling with Double B.
Ah, that's right. Because you've got your link tree.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So is it okay? May I share your link tree in the YouTube description box and on Twitter?
Oh yeah, that's fine. Thank
That's
you.
cool. Oh, good. Thank you. And yet, Sylvain, is that okay with you too to be
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the
Yeah.
podcast? Okay.
For
Yes,
sure. Yeah, yeah.
definitely.
That's all good. Yeah.
Yes. Spread the word.
We're
I
all
know.
helping each other. So, oh, yeah.
Hmm. Yes. Well, so shall we see the process?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Let's see so that we can get it all on the live stream. So maybe, do you have maybe one more affirmation or something to share in the last minute?
I would say kind of know who you truly are and know where you came from, because nothing's more powerful than your true authentic self. And I know on the outside people would judge you and people would try to diminish you for being yourself or doing what you want to do. So I would say forget about the haters and forget about what other people think, because it's all their perspectives and their own um projections and insecurities they placing on you. So I would just say just forget about what other people think and just do it for yourself.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you. And how about
Yeah.
you, Sylvain? Does that invigorate you?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a
Hmm.
stressful day sometimes at work with too many things going on at
Hmm.
once. So it's good to get back to yourself, take some time to relax, focus on yourself, and then that helps, the I guess your relationship with other people at the same time. So, yeah, it's good. Thanks.
Oh,
Yes, thank you. All right, we're here in the final minute. So I'll just go ahead and ring the bell. Bless us all, everybody, everywhere.
There you go.
Yay. Ooh, thank you. And let's see this transaction.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Brandon. We'll see you in this room.
oh yeah. No.
So you're here with us now. The call has ended. Okay. Can you see that summary?
Oh
Duration
yeah.
27 minutes and 50 seconds. Subtotal 34.79.
Nice.
Discount $0.
Oh, look at that.
I should have prepared that better with the discount. Then total 34.79. Now, you know what else would be great is if you could send a tip, right?
Yeah.
That would be another good feature.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So there it is. And we're back here. And now, of course, today we're lucky we're in the live stream together. But anyone out there watching, if you're interested, you can simply click on the spiritual advisor's name and you can review their topics, method, language, and bio, and then their schedule, their service hours. And if you want to book, you can click book now and it will take you to their Calendly. And there you can make a 30-minute meeting Calendly request and book their calendar.
There we go.
So it's really a wonderful opportunity for us all. And Brandon, thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thanks a
And I
lot.
hope we can be friends and keep in touch too.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'd love to stay connected with you all.
Sounds
Thank
good. Yeah, for sure. Let's do that.
Great. Well, everyone, we've reached our 8:01, our hard stop for the live stream tutorial. But we wish you a wonderful, happy new year for the third time this year.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Yeah.
have fun making vision boards. And we'll see you later. Goodbye.
Bye.